My name's Clint, and this is Mercedes. How are you?
I'm doing great.
We really appreciate you coming out to share your passion, which is motorcycles. And this is Babes and Bikes. Mercedes, how long have you been riding?
Well, I started riding when I was 17, and I'm 26 now, so about 9 years.
How did you even begin to ride? Because yes, there are more and more females on the road today, but I mean, we're talking like, it used to be like 10%. It's got to be like 30, 40% now.
Thank God.
Oh.
Or we need more women.
We need more women drivers on bikes. Sorry.
Careful, Clint, careful. Well, actually, I started with my dad riding on the back when I was 14, and I just kind of fell in love with it. And he bought me my first bike for a high school graduation present, and I never looked back.
Excellent. Well, tell us about your bike.
Well, this bike I got after I totaled my Heritage. I was laid up for quite some time, and I had an awesome team of friends who were searching for a replacement. And this stock black Fat Boy came up one day, and as soon as I could ride or walk, I test rode it, bought it that day, and spent the next 4 months tearing it down and completely rebuilding it with a very good friend of mine. And
yeah, this is anything but stock, I can tell you right now. And tell us about the extras on your bike.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we started by ordering new tanks, new fenders, and we sent them off to paint, which I didn't see for a good month. And then we went exhaust, powder coating, different parts, license plate, a completely custom tail light. We welded new bars together completely.
By the way, what I love is that her license plate says criminal on it.
Of course, not a girly bike. And we just started welding, and while I was in a wheelchair or crutches and pointing out what I wanted, Pete was building it and powder coating it, and after 4 months, this is what came up, and this is my baby.
Okay, why the passion for riding?
Well, fathers generally teach their daughters what it is in life, and I just followed in his footsteps, and fortunately it happened to be my passion as well, so I can't live without it.
And give us a favorite route, if you have one.
Well, we do Sturgis every odd year, so up through Salmon River in Idaho, through North Dakota, and then back down into South Dakota. That's probably my favorite.
You have ridden to Sturgis?
4 times.
And a woman even, that is awesome. All right.
Straight.
The fact that you ride, and you ride long distance, that is bitchin'. I have to tell you. Yeah.
Straight.
Which brings me to this, the bitchinometer. You like the segue, everybody? So here's where we test how loud Mercedes pipes are. I stand 3 feet back, or sit 3 feet back, because otherwise it'll pin it at 126 dB every time. Let's see what happens right now. Here I go. All good. 126 after about 2 seconds. I think it's like the 4th or 5th bike that does it. Mercedes, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you, Clint.
Babes and Bikes. It's time to meet the model, and I have to tell you, Alyssa's making me very uncomfortable because her eyes are literally burning my flesh. I'm not an object for your desire. Do you understand that? I'll allow you this one time. Alyssa, how are you?
Good.
All right, so why do you model?
Well, my sister Kara inspired me. She always modeled, so I just kind of followed her footsteps.
Excellent. And how long have you been doing it?
About 2 years.
For 2 years. And what was your first shoot? Do you remember?
My first shoot, well, I was doing a bikini show with Bikini Beach in San Diego in California.
Excellent. And are you a motorcycle fan? Have you ridden on a motorcycle?
No one wants to see me drive a motorcycle. I'm very clumsy.
What about on the back?
It's kind of scary stuff too.
Really? Yeah. So it intimidates you.
It's fun. I mean, it'll be a thrill, but...
You know, guys, I have a tip for you real quick, and this is true. If a woman gets frightened, say she's on the back of your bike, you're watching a scary movie, something like that, this is for you. That if in that second that she gets frightened, if you touch her, no kidding, she feels like she's attracted to you for at least 10 minutes, and that's not a joke. So give her a ride, scare her, and then she's yours for 10 minutes, right?
Right.
What do you do normally as far as not modeling, but for a job?
I go to Grossmont College and I work for my dad's company, Studio Industrial.
Excellent. So Alyssa, where might one go to see some excellent photographs of girls like you?
By contacting Scott Allison, the wonderful photographer at scottallisonphotos.com.
Again, that was what? scottallisonphoto.com? Isn't he excellent?
Yes, amazing.
He's sort of cute too.